How we going today, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Alas album reviews. I need a different intro. Today we're going to be talking about Red Hot Chili Peppers. I've talked about them before in some of my first album reviews. Actually, I believe it was my first two. We talked about their most recent albums. Today we're going to be talking about one of their older records. We're going to be talking about their fourth record today, their 1989 effort, Mother's Milk. That's beautiful, isn't it? Wonderful. Absolutely beautiful. I love vinyl. And I wouldn't be Mikki, again, if I didn't own it on cassette tape. And this one's actually a special cassette tape. It's got the, what is it? It's got the special Dolby XDR. And it's really just jargon to help sell more tapes back in the day. But anyway, I don't really necessarily know how good it works. So the album was released in August 1989 on the 16th. It was recorded over 1989 and 1988. It was recorded after the Chili Peppers' original guitar player, Hillel Slovak, tragically died at the age of 26 of a heroin overdose the year prior. He died in June, I believe. I'm pretty sure actually on the 25th, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's the same day Michael Jackson died. Many years later. So this is the first album that John Frusciante shows up on, and so does Chad Smith. And this is actually my favorite Chili Peppers record. Out of all the records, this is the one that I hold closest to my heart. So I might be a little bit biased here. Like, I usually do praise a lot of songs, but I'll probably be praising almost everything on this record. So let's dive in. So we start with side one because it's not printed on the back. Here we actually have a nice painting, and it says on the back here, and also I believe this is on the inside of the CD, this picture, it says this album is dedicated to the memory of Hillel Slovak. So, yeah, that's just a classy homage. I love that. So we start with side one. Good Time Boys. Now, this sort of starts off a bit weird, a bit dissonant. It starts off with a bit of bass and a bit of guitar. It goes for a little while, and then the bass kicks in. It sounds like it's a very difficult guitar line to play. He sounds like John sounds like he's playing a lot of notes for the sake of it, but I suppose it was the 80s, and 1989, a lot of people were trying to be guitar gods, and John Frusciante, fresh 18, I'm sure he was trying to show off all of his chops on this record, and it certainly shows from the very first song. Anthony comes in with a bit of a very 80s-esque rap sort of flow to the song. It's very rhythmic, and it fits the song pretty much perfectly, and I love the chorus. It's got a gang vocal to it, the whole band singing. Again, it's something that you can get stuck in your head, and I love the outro to the song. It fits it perfectly, so that's from the get-go. Good Time Boys is an opening banger. Now we'll be looking at the second song, and I believe it's the first single off the album, and most of the audience should be very familiar with this song. It's a song that they did not write, but it's a song that, in my opinion, they made very, very famous. It's Higher Ground. Now, it's a Stevie Wonder song, right? Stevie Wonder obviously played it with a keyboard, and I love that keyboard line, but Flea managed to transpose it to bass. Goes something like that anyway. But I think what really actually makes the song is John really, really playing like a metal sort of guitar riff over the top of it. It gives it a really, really heavy song, a really, really heavy, should I say, accompaniment to this already thumping bass line. And then the drums come in with a, I guess you could say, sort of swung. And from what I hear, Chad Smith actually had a lot of trouble recording that song. It took him a few takes to get that track down perfect. Just because it's a really, really difficult beat to keep up if I guess you're not used to it. So, yeah. Nothing more I really need to say about that song because it did really, really well for them. Now we move to the third song, which is one of my secret favorites, is Subway to Venus. It's a very, very fast song. It's almost like a drum and bass sort of track. It starts off again with the drum and bass. It's very, very fast pace. And then Anthony comes in with a little bit of a I guess you could say, accented vocal delivery. Step right up and listen, please. We're gonna get it with the greatest of ease. Well, everybody, gather round. Well, boys, get on the ground. Something like that. It's very, very wacky. It's very, very weird. And then the chorus comes in where it's Anthony singing a little bit more normal. But it's very, very catchy. And yeah, if you like sort of like, I guess, yeah, if you like EDM or like drum and bass, you'll like that song. And I feel like you'll like a lot of this album because it's very, very fast paced like that. It doesn't stop. Now we're moving to the next song, Magic Johnson. Now this is, again, another really, really fast song and it's mainly drum based. It starts off with like a military sort of sort of beat, and then it's sort of like a donka 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 donka. Again, very, very fast bass, and just it's drum and bass and guitar, and it's a song about Magic Johnson, the basketball player, about how he's unstoppable on the court, slam, shoots, dunks it in, slam so hard to break your TV screen. Something about a tomahawk. Something to make your mother talk. I hate to burst your bubble. Something, something. He's coming to your town and he's here to make trouble. It's very, very fast. The lyrics are very, very hard to catch. I actually have to look them up. Or read them if you own a hard copy and you get the lyrics in the liner notes. But it's a fun... I don't know whether it was recorded live or whether that audio track, like that crowd noise at the start, was added in for just effect, because it sounds very, very clean for a live track. Anyway, I digress. Let's move to the next song, Nobody Weird Like Me. Gonna eat you alive. This song is absolutely chaos from start to finish. This song is absolute chaos from start to finish. From the word go. Chad Smith on those drums is absolutely crazy. And I believe in an interview one time he said that a fan came up to him one time and like hugged him, asked for an autograph, all that stuff, and then said, "Oh, I love that double kick that you had on Nobody Weird Like Me." And he turned around and he's like, "I don't play double kick, man. Like, that's all single kick." Literally, it would actually sort of blow your mind if you crank that song up, because everything's so loud in that song as well. Sometimes it's a bit audibly hard to hear things, especially if you have an older school copy or a bootleg copy. But if you have a higher fidelity copy like a CD and you have a good sound system to pull the most out of it, that song is a different experience. It's absolutely crazy. And now we're moving to the last song on side one, which is Knock Me Down. Don't never be soon to be true. Never do too much too soon. Too much of me, too much for you. You're gonna lose in time. Probably one of my favorite songs off the record. And it was the second single off the record. It's an extremely catchy song. It's really, really well structured. Considering how the demo sounds, it's the same song, but it's completely different in certain parts. They trimmed off the necessary fat. If you want to go listen to the demo version of Knock Me Down and then go and compare it to this, they're two almost completely different songs. One wouldn't make it, you wouldn't fathom it playing on the radio. The other is a radio hit. It's absolutely perfect in its song structure, the counter melody to it, and the outro, everything. It's just a wonderful song. So, yeah, definitely check out Knock Me Down. That's one you want to put in your playlist. And on side two, we're going to be looking at the next track, which is the third single off this record and the last single, Taste the Pain. Now, this is where it sort of slows down just a little bit. It gets a bit mellow. Bum, 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 bum. Chad Smith and Flea sort of lay it back a bit, and they just lay down a nice groove while John's, again, in the background, just adding some nice sort of chords in the higher octaves, while Anthony has a pretty decent crack at singing here. I have to say, this is pre-Blood Sugar, but before he met Rick Rubin, and he does quite well, I reckon, at singing here. Like, he wrote a pretty well-rounded song for his voice, but I've got a feeling that John Frusciante had a lot to do with that, because John can sing, and this is another thing about this record, is John Frusciante's background vocals do come into effect here, but it's not full force. So don't be expecting what Blood Sugar Sex Magic had to bring. But it's there. It's there. So trust me, it's there. The next song we'll be looking at is Stone Cold Bush. Digga digga down, digga digga down, digga digga down. Digga digga down, digga digga down, digga down. She got stone bush, yeah. Baby, that's alright. She's stone cold bush, yeah. That's alright with me. Stone Cold Bush, again, is another one of those extremely fast tracks that's really, really catchy, and Anthony's vocal delivery is charismatic as all hell on this song. It's sexually charged. It's not shy in what it's talking about with its subject matter. Just go and look up the lyrics, bro. That's all you need to look up. Now, the next song we'll be looking at is actually a song that they recorded during the sessions of their third album with their guitarist Hillel Slovak, and they put it on here as a tribute to both him and Jimi Hendrix. It was a cover that the Chili Peppers recorded of Jimi Hendrix's Fire, and honestly, it's the best cover, if not the best version of Fire, if you don't want to count Jimmy's, which there aren't that many people that don't want to count Jimmy's. I love both, but I love this one just a little bit more. It's just got a bit more of a cooler production to it. They actually got sort of similar productions to them, but this one I just like a little bit more. I don't know. Bit biased, I guess. The next song after that is an instrumental. Now, this instrumental is a song that John Frusciante used to audition for the band. It's a song called Pretty Little Ditty. Now, what a lot of people don't know about this song is it was actually sampled twice, to my knowledge now, both for rap songs. In 1999 by Crazy Town for that infamous song that everyone knows, Butterfly, Come My Lady, Come My Lady, You're My Butterfly, Sugar, Baby. That guitar lick in the background, down, 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 down. That is a 4-second loop from what I believe is a 3-minute piece of instrumental music that John had written, and then the band had expanded and put on the record. But the original version of Pretty Little Ditty that came on the original pressings of every record is only about 30 seconds long. On Spotify, the version of Pretty Little Ditty is like the full version that was the original intended version. The second song that sampled this song was actually a group that's very, very close to home for me. A group I love. They are awesome. Let them play live. I don't understand why the cops are not letting artists perform to their fans live when it would be great for the economy, great for the areas that they perform in, great for pretty much everything, great for everyone but them. So yeah, I think the police are wrong for not letting 1-4 perform live. But yes, this was sampled by 1-4 for their song Ain't It Different. It's a bit more faint in Ain't It Different. Yeah, it's a bit more faint in Ain't It Different, but it is noticeable. It's there. It's in the chorus. I love that song. It's my favorite 1-4 song. Justifiably. Now the next song we're looking at is Punk Rock Classic. Now, I think this is the closest that the Chili Peppers really come to like a joke song, because it's pretty much about them just begging on their knees to be played on MTV. That's it. Put us on MTV, all we really need, begging on our knees, please, 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 please. And it ends with Sweet Child of Mine. Yeah, John Frusciante ripped that off at the end, I guess, as a little sort of dig at the Guns N' Roses guys. They were all friends, so yeah, they were probably just doing that as a mad little joke. I guess kind of how Metallica did that in Run to the Hills at the end of one of their covers. So the next song after that we're looking at is the second last song. It's Sexy Mexican Maid. Now, this one has like a bit of a laid back sort of sort of drum beat going on, and It's a very, very sexy song. It's something that you probably heard in a porno before. Um, Chili Peppers do write porno music. And yeah, it's pretty much about Anthony's experience with, you guessed it, a sexy Mexican mate. Is there anything else I need to say? Now we're looking at the very, very last song, and this is actually one of my favorites of this record as well. Johnny Kick a Hole in the Sky. Boom, 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 boom. All right, boom, 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 boom. I love this song because it's so heavy. Just particularly just with the drumming, just like how it just trudges along. It's not too fast, but it sort of is. The verses are just a straight four on the floor sort of thing, and then it goes into the pre-chorus, which is like a sort of almost prog rock sort of. It's crazy, and then it busts into a chorus that's extremely catchy. Oh, somebody testify, kick a hole right in the sky. Testify, testify, kick a hole right in the sky. Slap a lion in his eye, kick a hole right in the sky. Testify, testify, kick a hole right in the sky. Johnny, 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 yeah. I. Again, absolutely enjoyable. Just gets stuck in your head. You'll be singing it actually well after you've listened to it. And we have come to the end of Mother's Milk. A wonderful ride, a wonderful record. I'd have to say if they didn't release anything after Mother's Milk, they'd still be an amazing band. I'm going to give this record 8 out of 10 stars. I have been Mikki from Alive Like a Suicide. Don't forget to go and stream Blood Rose Up on the Punk Side and Shell Shocked on Spotify. And stay tuned for the next Alas album review. I've been Mikki. You've been awesome. Thank you very much. See you later.